Y'all excited? I'm excited. Gonna play some Space Engineers. I'm Kay. So we've came back from dropping off some resources, and I really like my concept of the hangar door. I really do. Very, very happy that the pistons, even though they can still glitch out on us, very happy that the pistons have been, for the most part, fixed enough to where I can actually have this hangar door concept working. And I need to There we go. Make sure so I don't hit anything. I have crashed into this hangar door. So I have damaged this hangar door a couple times, as well as ripped off hydrogen thrusters that were on the top. Always a little nerve-wracking trying to line up into this little hole that I dug. The lines definitely help. But further back, and that should be good. Let's let it settle. Let's go ahead and start turning everything off. All right, so we're back, and okay, it took a little bit for those to turn off. So now, that entire time I've been waiting for tons of bulletproof glass to make. I think that's the design that we're gonna go with. And then I'll probably have some lights inside here, but I believe I'm gonna get most of my lights from this area right here. I think between each one of these little pillars, I'm gonna have lights shining out this way, and I think if I make them bright enough, they'll be able to reflect light back into the station, and that's how we're gonna get light. It's kind of neat that we'll be able to actually, be in here and we'll be like, wow, look at all this ice. But we ran out of bulletproof glass. Oh, I gotta wait for that. And it should be done by now. Yep. Alright, so I'm gonna continue this. Bring you back in. So we're back at our base. And our base is done. We finished it. I've done some, little cosmetic things, making sure everything works. Went ahead and I put some LCD screens above the cryo chambers, let you know what's going on there. We have a little dance floor with sound blocks. So it seems the sound blocks don't work after I've exited the game and came back. So I know sound blocks have always been buggy. Let's go ahead and turn on our DJ station. How about that? So this panel operates the LCD script, as well as this panel does the sound blocks. Yeah, no sound. Oh well. So everything's completely pressurized. We have lights right here that are on the ceiling. If they are on, it is nighttime. If they are off, it is daytime. Does seem to be working very well. Of course, we have our control room. I've gone ahead and turned off the reactors. Just trying to figure out if our batteries and our solar array is enough to keep the station online. So we'll find out after a little bit of time goes by. We've got all the LCDs programmed. That obviously takes us to our manufacturing area. Got our one airlock. And then our hangar. What we can go ahead and do is let's go ahead and go on to the next phase. Ooh, overshot. All right, so I've loaded this up with everything in order to make turrets, including some ammo. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna place some turrets on the exterior of the base. We're gonna place a couple turrets by the solar array. We're gonna place a couple turrets by this entrance here. This place will be neutral, but that does not mean that I'm going to let it fall into enemy hands, so to speak. We're going to go ahead and we're going to head on out. All right, so ultimately, we need a landing pad for large ships. Pretty straightforward, pretty simple. Large ship comes down, they can't fit through the hole, so obviously we go ahead and we just make a little landing area for them. Around the landing area, I will have turrets that will help us, that'll help us protect it a little bit. So what we just need to go ahead and do is start framing this out. That might be a little lower than I want. But we really only need room for one ship to land. Our turrets will be operated off batteries. We'll pretty much need to build a connector on it to dock a ship so we can recharge the batteries. Once the batteries are recharged, then we can take off the connector. So I'll probably put two turrets down here. And then I want to do... I could probably get away with just doing 3 turrets up by the solar array. I was thinking about making a solar array a little bit bigger. Maybe just one more row on the top. I don't think I can really make it much wider. I mean, I probably could, but then I have to worry about it scraping the side of the mountain. Which, it's pretty close now, so I really don't see me being able to do it. But yeah, if we could put like one, maybe like one in the back and then one over there, one over here. I think that would protect the solar array from intruders. I mean, obviously, if something does happen to the solar array, our base will still have power. It does have a bunch of, batteries as well as a reactor. I want to go ahead and do this and bring it back in. I'm done. So a bunch of things have happened in the last little bit on the server. A lot of our sim speed issues have gone away. The way that we were able to fix this was everything on the moon, not just my base, but everybody's bases, all the ships needed to be locked down. So we have little connectors here connecting our main ships. So if we make any other ships or whatever, we got to either connect them to this station or use landing gears to connect them to the actual moon itself. In locking down everybody's ships on the server, it has dramatically improved the sim speed. Also, as you can see, I'm missing my hangar doors. Unfortunately, when the sim speed went up, my hangar doors started glitching out. Because of that, they had to be removed. Now, I don't know if I could place my hangar doors back and they'd be working, but if they start glitching out again, it's going to affect the server speed, so we're just going to leave them. So right now, I've just kind of flattened them out. I'll figure out how to design this in a little bit. I'll probably just round this off where it matches the entrance of the cave. We still have to do our little circles of light that we're going to fly through. We have finished our little landing bay for large ships. Little landing pod, nothing spectacular. I did color it the same color as the moon, which I think I got pretty close. We also have built some turrets, which, as you can see, I also camouflaged a little. And I'm pretty happy with the way they looked. We got 2 Gatling turrets, missile turret, so that's defending our solar array. So they're all ready to go, they're programmed. As far as our base goes, our base is pretty much the same. We haven't really done anything. I have edited some of the conveyors that we had, mainly for our base pressurization. So I did add a oxygen generator, I believe, right about here on the other side of this ceiling. And that will enable us to fill our oxygen tank that's right there, because that oxygen tank is not part of the regular grid. So that should help us out. Unfortunately, our disco area, our sound blocks no longer work. So that's a little upsetting. But it is what it is. So, as you can see, we've done a lot of work around here. We still got some to go. But for right now, what I would like to do is Nemesis has joined me. And we are going to start working on our more of our battleship. We're going to go ahead and start working on. We've got a couple design ideas. We haven't. I say we have a couple design ideas, but the truth is that we have an idea and we have no way to know how to create it. So we're basically just going to start throwing blocks together and see what happens. As you can see, our welding ship is gone. I went ahead and grinded that down. It was big, it was bulky, and it did its purpose. But now I need something a little more, I guess you could say just overall better. It needs, I would like it to have not only a welder, but also a grinder. We could do our old Sparky. And we may pull Sparky back out of the closet and create another one on the server. But we'll come up with another design maybe. Majority of our mine tunnels are done. There's one mine we still have left to do, and I pretty much started building up all of our little basically road signs. Does need it. They are battery operated, so that the only thing I'm missing now is just power cells. All right, so we're gonna go ahead and get started, and I'll bring you back. So we've been doing some work. This is the overall design of the ship that we're gonna have. Basically, it's an upside down Y. All right, so now it looks like a Y.
Has more cargo space than a small cargo now. Almost 120,000 for the drill.
So I've started framing it out. We're gonna have a couple atmospheric thrusters. We're gonna have one in the center area, and then one on each part of the Y. My cockpit is going to be at the base of the Y. We are going to have a couple hydrogen tanks as well as some hydrogen thrusters so that we can, get out of the moon's gravity. I don't believe we're going to have enough thrust to be able to take it to the moon or take it to the planet. But this will be a moon and space attack ship. So we're framing it out now, trying to figure out exactly where everything's going to go. I also wanted to see if this would actually be big enough to go inside of our tunnel. And the answer to that is going to be too big. We brought our no-name ship out so we can actually see how much per second we drain hydrogen when we use all of our thrusters. So in 10 seconds, we went through 3% hydrogen on 2 tanks. So not necessarily a percent every second when it comes to a tank, but it is a good amount. Well, I think that's it for today. I want to continue working on this, and until next time, have fun.